Hello, everyone. We had a question in the live workshop from Julie, and she asked about a couple of times she's had emotions and she feels pain in certain areas, and she was wanting to understand about the energy versus the physical part, and I explained part of that question and things kind of got crazy and I never finished. And I feel like it's a really important aspect. So what happens is most of us are all energy, but when we have something like that arises, the brain can't distribute it. It can't handle it, so it distributes it. So those emotions that are coming up for whatever reason go to the areas of the body that are of that frequency. So, for example, if you're feeling anger, it's going to go to, liver, gallbladder, that area kind of thing. So you might experience pain there for that example. She didn't use an example, but I just am giving an example. So what happens is the energy is there, and the reason why a lot of people feel pain are for a couple of different reasons. Some people feel pain in their back because of different reasons. But if it's a muscle pain, it's probably because you had stuck energy there so long that it's become stagnant, and the tissue itself isn't even open. And so the body can't get the chemicals to that area, things like that. So it's around 75 to 80% energy that's the problem. However, the repercussions of that problem become very physiological. So then your body starts either not getting chemicals to where they're supposed to be, or dumping chemicals in places it just doesn't need to be dumping places. So the problem is, this is the part that I didn't get to finish, is that over time, if this is a long period, what happens is that percentage starts to shift. So it starts shifting from, let's keep it round, 80% energy problem, 80% energy causing the problem, and then the rest of the problem is the physiological part, because the body goes, oh, I only have an on-off switch, so I'm just trying to tell you there's something wrong, so I'm turning my switches on and dumping all these chemicals and messing up your organs and systems and all kinds of stuff, and they think it's fight or flight, and really, even when it's really not, for example. Now, fight or flight serves our purpose for when it's really fight or flight, but most of the time in our society now, it isn't fight or flight, but we put ourselves in there. So energetically, we put ourselves in there. However, over time, when this persists, that percentage line, 80-20, starts shifting. It ends up going 75-25, 70-30, and so on and so on. So then it gets to be such a point that it is, primarily physical, the problem, because no energy can get there. I mean, there's still energy there, don't get me wrong, because we're almost all energy, but it's not flowing, it's all stuck. And so all of these chemicals are dumping, everything's getting atrophied, everything, all kinds of stuff can happen. That's why emotions are so key in almost every health problem that there is now. Not all, of course, but the majority of health issues going on right now, it's just emotional issues that trigger it. So I wanted to finish explaining that, because on a physiological level, there's a shift that happens once a certain amount of time passes on. And then every time it happens, it exacerbates more then than it would have in the beginning. So because it's already on its way to being in really bad health. So I hope this helps finish fleshing out that question. And I will talk to you another time. Create a great day.